Hello my fellow nations and welcome back to my channel. Long time no video. It's been about a year. I haven't uploaded since Vlogmas of last year. Tonight we are doing a get ready with me for bed type video featuring connecting to my feeding tube. So right here I'm filling up my flush bag. My doctor says I can use tap water. Some people can't, but I can. A lot of things have changed this year. I got my hair cut. I donated it. Very exciting. But the other thing is I got a feeding tube, a surgical feeding tube. I have a J tube, which means my tube bypasses my stomach and goes straight into my jejunum, so my feeds go directly into my small intestines. This is because I have a condition called gastroparesis, which is, for me, partial paralysis of my stomach. It impacts how food leaves my stomach. My stomach empties more slowly than the average person. Obviously, getting a feeding tube is not the first line of treatment. I was diagnosed with gastroparesis back in 2016. Here I am filling up my feed bag. I use 4 cartons of formula a night and I run it overnight. Some people do continuous feeds throughout the day. Other people just run them during the day. Other people just run them at night. Obviously, your doctor will help you figure out a plan that is right for you. But for me, I run my feeds for about 11 to 13 hours, depending on what rate I'm using, and I run it majority of them overnight, so I am just in bed sleeping. I use a wedge pillow, so I'm not lying completely flat. Here I am getting ready to putting the set into my pump so that it can work. I got my feeding tube over the summer. It was a lengthy process because I ended up in the hospital for a month afterwards due to complications. But now I'm home. I've had another surgery since then where I got a gastric stimulator placed. And here you can see I am flushing my tube before I connect to my feeds. This is important. You don't want your tube getting clogged, so you have to flush periodically throughout the day. I have the Kangaroo Joey pump, so I actually have a flush bag. It's the bag full of water, so that every hour a certain amount of cc's will go through that and will flush my tube so that it doesn't get clogged and I'm able to stay hydrated better. In the end, hopefully I won't need to stay on this feeding tube. I just got a gastric stimulator placed recently, so the goal is that the stimulator will allow my stomach to empty at a more normal rate, and I will be able to eat like most of my friends and family can, eating a healthy amount of food every day without assistance of medication or a feeding tube. If I still need meds, that's okay. I'll probably have my feeding tube for another few months according to my surgeon. Here I am, I'm all connected, but it's also important to take your meds. So tonight I'm taking my meds with Gatorade because I forgot to fill up my med water bottle and I had already connected to my feeds and I did not want to go downstairs. So here we are swallowing our night meds, getting a few swigs of Gatorade, but because I swallowed my meds with Gatorade, we now have to go brush my teeth for a second time. I had actually already brushed my teeth tonight, but here we are getting ready to brush my teeth again because I used Gatorade. You don't want to just drink Gatorade and then go to sleep. So I'm hoping that my gastroparesis will improve with the stimulator that I have. Until then, I will be using a feeding tube. I am allowed to eat by mouth, but I get the majority of my calories through that tube. And for now, that's how we're doing things. If you want to see more of me, be sure to subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.